I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. Welcome back. We got a very special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting a full body view of him, not just the God view from behind the computer and the desk off in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, we got historian himself, editor, content creator, graphics manipulator, set designer, cam operator. Ladies and gentlemen, in the building, we got Cam.
Killer Cam. You don't have any camera nicknames since you know how to...
they're all camera nicknames.
Yeah. Cam
so
on
is
the
it like
cam?
you have like a cam or like a...
CLC?
Cam is one.
Cam on cam is cool.
Yep, cam on cam
That's
is
what-
one.
okay.
Yeah. I was
CLC.
working with a guy named James, and they were like, it's James Cameron, so, yeah.
They call you Cock?
You would have to...
Cam on camera, CLC? Cock?
No one said that.
Cam on camera.
And let's not make that a thing.
Where's the K?
We got Cock. No, it's just
It's just COC.
it's just CLC.
DP
We got Big Cock in the building.
Big Cam energy.
Big Daddy Cock in the building.
Oh, shit. Hey, I'm sorry. That's your nickname now. The internet's going to run with
BDC,
that.
Big Daddy Cock.
The internet's going to run with that.
This emoji should be a Cameron and an eggplant. Let's go with that.
A what?
Camera.
It should be a camera, then a dad with a son, and then an eggplant. Dude with the little kid, then the eggplant. You're welcome.
Oh, man. Let's
pretty
take
cool
this.
one.
Just get the older man with the beard, the muscle, the older man, and then the eggplant.
Which one was the beard?
It's a man with it's a
Yeah.
dad with the beard. Just a
Oh,
dad.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
It's
The
like a
generic
dad.
guy with the beard.
There you
yes,
go.
yeah.
Guy, flex,
Mhm.
eggplant. What's
Yeah.
happening, Cam?
Man,
Thanks
you
for
might-
jumping on
it's-
this side
it's
of the
chill
camera.
right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you guys ran out of guests and finally got me on.
This was supposed to be synced with his birthday. I don't know.
I think I was out of one of us was out of
One
town.
of you guys
It was
are
like-
gone a couple
Okay.
weeks prior.
Yeah.
Right?
It happens
Belated
a
birthday,
lot.
it works.
We in here now. I brought a bunch of ridiculous stories, but also some of the intellectual ones that we would be asking you about anyways.
Sounds good, yeah.
But before we do that,
Oh shit!
hippies on the ones and twos today, by the way.
Yeah, she's so excited
There's
for
the hippie
Cam to
Cam.
rap.
The hippie Cam.
I should not have put that little joke in the text message.
What if he barred us all up?
It's not going to happen.
That would be crazy if he barred us up.
It was like, what was that old boy's name? Yellow Wolf. What
Oh,
happened to him?
I don't know, low key. Yeah, he really fell off. He fell off more than
He
like
was
Machine
like-
Gun Kelly.
He was like, well, MGK just went to rock. He's like very successful.
Yeah, he
at
just
rock
was
and
like,
roll.
you know what, rap is nothing for me.
But he just did a freestyle going at Jack Harlow.
Really?
Yeah, when Jack Harlow dropped his this last album, MGK just came out with a freestyle just dissing him.
Starting a beef with Jack Harlow is ridiculous.
It really is.
Have you guys watched Dave?
I saw the first season. It was amazing, but then
you gotta keep watching.
what
Yeah.
season is it on now?
3? Yeah.
And yeah, this
Oh,
is Jack Harlow's in this season.
Yeah, and their rivalry is very funny.
I saw their viral clip that's going around, but I didn't know it was like a reoccurring character. But either way, Jack Harlow raps, and so are we. I didn't know how to transition back into it. Jack Harlow's a rapper, and we're about to rap.
All right, so Cam, since you've seen so many of these, you filmed so many of these, do you have a preference when it comes to?
When they don't happen?
The
For this
genre?
episode specifically. But
No. What do you have a preference for a specific type of beat?
Oh, beat?
Yeah.
Probably something slower maybe to start out with.
Okay. Shoosh. I go really slow. I go like Chop the Screw.
Okay.
All right, let's give it a try. I don't
Plenty
know.
of thinking time. I like this. I like the chopped and screwed. Yeah. We in Swisher house. We got Killer Cam in the building. We gonna take it to Houston and back to LA. Let's go. Hey. Usually he coming with the facts. Now Killer Cam's on the show. He got a rap. Imagine Cam pulling up with the strap. Like what it do? Blap. I'ma pass it to the left, 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 left. Girl shaking breast. Thanks, hippie. You ain't see it, but she shook her titty. Now Cam's gonna come on with it.
That was a terrible pass, Pat.
That was cool.
Took you a couple of seconds.
Yeah. Okay, new style.
So they asked me on Damn It, Are You Scary?
Oh, shit. Poetry.
Even though my cousin's not named Mary.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm out of lines right now.
He's rapping italicized. Italicized. Cam asked for extra fries. Came through. Cam put his hand on her thighs. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay,
You saw it.
Okay.
That's as slow as I could go, guys.
It was
It
a
was a
mess.
lot.
I
tried to come back
2 bars.
I got 2 bars.
I tried to come back in and help, but I failed apart.
And I did the rhyme. So
You made it round. You did the scary and Mary.
He was. What's it called? He was like rapping in MLA format.
Sources recited.
he put tab. It was great punctuation.
Yeah, it was great.
It's better than me not saying anything at all.
That is true.
It's how I thought
That's
it
true.
was.
There you go.
Only time it was better for somebody never to say anything better at all was when Dion rapped. I would never let Dion Lack live that down.
When his reputation should have just
Oh,
spoke for him.
He had a whole lot more
I had
reputation.
built him up, man. He was doing yearly wrap-ups with his daughter. Every Christmas, they did a rap.
And those videos are good.
And they're good. Dion can and we found out he can rap, but it has to be written.
Written.
Freestyle is just not his strong point. It's not his wheelhouse. And I wish I had known that before I bigged him up. I mean, I put him on Mount Rushmore. Dion's gonna kill it.
I gotta watch it again. I don't remember him doing that bad. I just think that the hype up was like,
Nah.
we were expecting.
I hyped him up too much.
yeah.
And Dion,
bill
he
collector,
fumbled.
and we got.
I was excited for it.
Yeah.
Because typically when these are good, I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah.
fun to watch. Yeah. Not for him.
I thought he was gonna bring the realness.
One thing we did get a chance to talk about last week, and I wish we had, was the YouTuber
Which one? The AI one?
that crashed his plane on purpose.
Oh,
What?
did we cover that the
wait.
first time that went viral?
This was talked about on something that I was on. either as a
Something
podcast
recent,
or
yeah, but
something
it wasn't. We didn't get a chance to talk about
No, I
it.
think we talked about when it went viral, and now it's back in the news.
This is the same guy.
This is old?
Well, it just came out that it was fake.
Oh.
I think the stunt we went over when it first, because he like jumped out of a plane last second, right?
Yeah, supposedly
And that
it was
went
crashing
viral.
and he jumped out, but apparently
And I think
it
we
was
talked
fake.
about that. Now it's back in the news because it came
Yeah,
out that he
nothing was wrong with it. He just
Yeah.
he bought the plane with, I guess, the intention to crash it.
which is illegal. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess like
Wasn't he like in the middle of nowhere?
yeah, but it's still dangerous. Like, what if the prank went wrong and like
Yeah,
he
I heard
actually
he-
got hurt and they had to send people out to go
I
get
think they're
him,
supposed
like,
to collect the black box, and he went and grabbed it to try to.
ahead of time to show that
Yeah.
it wasn't
Because
fake
the
or
recording
whatever.
was like, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Systems are
everything
normal
was,
on the
yeah,
plane.
systems a go.
We shouldn't be
He started like,
fighting.
okay, guys, I gotta.
Oh, no!
I gotta jump out the plane. He's like, no, we're
Release
fine,
all
bro.
the
Everything's
fuel.
okay.
Like and subscribe. Like, that's the wildest. I wish I could hear the black box now. But here it is. It's on BBC.com. YouTuber Trevor Jacobs admits to crashing planes.
Who
for
caught
views.
like what caught him? What gave him away that he had to admit it? That's what
All right,
I'm
let's
curious
figure
about.
this out. A YouTuber who intentionally crashed an airplane for views will plead guilty to obstructing a federal investigation by cleaning up the site of the crash.
So that's why he's going to jail. He's not going to jail for technically crashing it. He's going to jail because he's tried to stop them from investigating it. That's where he went wrong.
Man.
He meddled with them investigating it, and that's illegal, and that's why he's in trouble.
They're gonna get him on something.
Says he posted the video of the plane crash in December 2021, so that was a minute ago.
Oh wow.
And he implied it was an accident. It has over 2.9 million views to date. So that's not enough.
No, it's crazy. I was gonna say, Miles is gonna lap him in no time. Miles.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is gonna lap him in no time.
No federal investigation.
No federal investigation. He filmed that video on a Thursday night in Skid Row on a GoPro.
2.9 ain't enough, bro.
You bought a plane for this.
and planned out how to jump out of it without hurting himself. And
You
all
had
that went through.
There was a parachute. There was planning going on. You had to navigate your route for 2.9
I feel like
million.
you have to know the flight path of other
all
planes.
of that, and then Miles was like, "Hey, let's go outside and shoot this."
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people just assume when people go viral, they get rich.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that too.
since you guys have the knowledge, how much money do you think 2.9 million views would even get you
Off
on
of
YouTube?
YouTube?
Yeah. Just from...
From one video getting 2.9 million views, no matter how many subscribers you have or anything else.
Oh, see, it's too many variables.
Yeah, that's
to
the
really
thing.
because
Right.
if he had at least 100,000 subscribers, it's going to be way different from him having like
Yeah.
5,000 subscribers.
Exactly.
In terms of the ad money he
In
gets?
terms of the
Well,
ad
yeah,
money.
because to say he doesn't have enough subscribers,
Uh-huh.
his thing won't be monetized automatically because his channel won't be monetized.
Oh, right,
'Cause you need
for sure.
minimums and
But
stuff
I'm
like that.
assuming it was
So-
already monetized if he went for this.
Say he's meeting the minimum, honestly.
Let's say, yeah. I mean, maybe a couple
I was
thousand?
gonna say a few thousand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He said in a plea agreement, he said he filmed the video as part of a product sponsorship deal, which I'm sure that company was like,
was it,
hey,
Red-
No.
what are you talking
We
about?
don't know, bro. We
Was
don't
it Red
know,
Bull or
bro.
something? Or-
It says he could face up to 20 years for 2.9.
Views. 2.9 million views, not
even
dollars.
money, not dollars.
Not American dollars.
Does it say how much he got for it?
How much he got?
Yeah, it probably doesn't say that.
No. It says, well, let me see how long ago this was. This was the 12th of May. So it probably hasn't gone to trial yet.
From December.
But it says he left a Santa Barbara, California airport on a solo flight with cameras mounted on the plane. Along with the cameras, he took a parachute with him as well as a selfie stick. He said he did not intend to reach his destination, but instead planned to eject from his aircraft during the flight and video himself parachuting to the ground and his airplane as it descended and crashed. The plane crashed into the Los Padres National Forest 35 minutes after takeoff. Killed probably hell animals. He hiked to the site and recovered the footage. Some YouTube viewers were skeptical of the crash, noting that Mr. Jacob was already wearing a parachute and made no attempt to land the plane safely. So he was just like, beep, 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 beep. All right, we got to get out. It was just like, no. Immediately. So, damn, this investigation probably started from other YouTubers, like, questioning things. He said he reported the crash to the National Transportation Safety Board, who said he was responsible for preserving the wreckage. According to the plea agreement, Mr. Jacob later claimed he did not know the location of the site. He did, and returned by helicopter and secured and removed the wreckage, which he later destroyed. He's expected to make his initial court appearance in the coming weeks. His pilot's license was revoked last year.
I feel like you should have just gone with it being real. I mean, I don't know how long that would have.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because I think somebody would have wanted to interview him. Now you had to keep this whole
'Cause,
live charade
I mean,
going,
he
though.
could have been like, oh, he was inexperienced in flying, or something came up that he thought he had to get out of. I don't know. I feel like spinning it would have been better than obviously covering it up when he was in danger, because then you're obviously lying.
Oh, you mean in terms of like cleaning up the
Yeah,
site?
because that's where he went wrong, and that's what is going to get him the most in trouble, is interfering with. An
So he could have
investigation.
just waited for them to recover the footage.
Yeah.
And then he could have been like, hey, can I post
thought
it?
yeah.
If it's still there, can I post it?
Back
Damn.
to your earlier question, though. A person on YouTube earns about 0.018 cents for every view on YouTube. So like if you got 1,000 views, that's about $18. So for 2.9 million, that's, I don't know the math on that. It's like not as much as you should be getting, or he's probably gonna have to deal with for what.
You said
almost
1,000 is...
It says
No.
1,000 views is about $18.
1,000 views is $18. I thought I could do the math, but I can't.
You say 2.9.
2.9 million, and it's at 0.018 for each view.
Would that be times
So almost 2 pennies, but
18? I have
no, you have to move the decimal. For this is like
It's
middle school math.
It's $52,200.
That's a lot more than I thought,
It's
but
a lot more than I thought, but I mean, that's...
it's not bad.
That ain't
It's all
worth
going
20
to court.
years.
It's all going to court fees now.
20 years, 50,000. That's not that many soups.
Nah, it's not. I tell you what, that's the thing you don't think about when you go to jail. How your food is going to change. Like, you can't just wake up and just go get an In-N-Out burger or go call in a pizza. It's about to change drastically. I would hate going to jail mainly because of the food, because all the things I just mentioned, they cool, but I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to put you on game something real quick. I tried Factor meals, okay?
Nice.
And they were outstanding. I've tried a couple of meal plans before where, it comes and it's frozen. You got to, heat it up, and it's usually not seasoned well. Factor meals are never frozen, okay? They come refrigerated. You take them out of the box. You put them in the refrigerator. They also come with smoothies. They have approved calorie smart meals around or less than 550 calories per serving. As I said, they got the energy boost with the wellness goals to help support all of that. They got protein meals with 30 grams of protein or more. Man, listen, I got to get this copy in because they put it in here. They want you to know they offer delicious flavor-packed options on the menu each week to fit a variety of lifestyles from keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and protein plus. Now, let me tell y'all the real. I was not expecting much from Factor. I'm going to keep it all the way a buck. Like I said, I've tried a number of them. I put the first one in, poked a couple holes in it, put it in the microwave, get it out, I think like 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. Fire.
Really?
Fire.
Nice.
Bro, I told Farron, I was like, yo, I'm signing up for this.
And for microwave stuff, too. That's good.
Yeah, from microwave stuff. But again, it's never frozen.
Mm-hmm.
It's refrigerated. It's chilled when it comes to you in the box. So it's not frozen. It doesn't lose the flavor. You don't get that kind of frozen feeling you kind of get sometimes with food. It has the protein shakes. Bro, they got 34+ chef-prepared, dietitian-approved weekly options. And it's always something new for you to try. I was so hyped. And they got the juices too, and the juices and the smooth. Bro, I was like, yo, sign me up. I'm very excited about it, man. Some of the things that they offer: apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, potato bacon and egg breakfast skillet are for easy wellness boost. Try the refreshing beverage options like cold pressed juice, shakes, and smoothies. They have it all. Smoothies, fire. Protein, fire. The fresh pressed juice, fire. And the meals were seasoned. That's what I will always go back to that because I was not expecting it to be seasoned. I thought it was going to be on that. You know what I thought. And I was dead wrong. With Factor, you can rest assured that you're making a sustainable choice. They offset 100% of their delivery emissions to your door, source 100% renewable electricity for the production sites and offices, and feature sustainably sourced seafood in their meals. Listen, if you want to try something that's going to taste delicious, it's going to be easy for you to cook. Because, I like cooking. But sometimes, like, if I'm on a road, I'm coming back, and I got to get ready for another trip, I don't have time to always cook something. But this is perfect for being able to just pop something in, take the smoothie with me or the juice with me when I'm coming over to the studio. This is perfect for that. Head over to factormeals.com/DIYS50. Use the code DIYS50 to get 50% off your first box. That code is DIYS50 at factormeals.com/DIYS50 to get 50% off your box. Factor, man. Y'all need to listen. Shout out to y'all for coming out for some fire and delicious food. Factormeals.com/DIYS50.
Hey, Kia's in the chat right now. It says Factor's hella good.
It is hella good.
Got some supporters already.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Talent. Mr. Talent pulled up on me in Sacramento this weekend, too. He was like, yo, what's up, Mr. Talent? I was like, oh, you always in the chat. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you.
That's cool to meet people in the chat that you know by name. You're like,
yeah,
we friends in real life.
Hey, man, what's poppin', player?
All right, we got some interesting ass stuff on the board. I'm gonna let Cam decide where we go first.
Sounds good.
I have some science themed ones because Cam pulling up with the facts. Here's the 3. We got New York is sinking.
Oof.
Randomly.
Yeesh.
We got China made some super cows.
I heard about that. Yeah.
It's official.
I didn't hear about that.
We living in that time now.
Sheesh.
And then we have an influencer that made an AI version of herself. But not the same way that we all did. I just realized that. Hers is making money for her. It's the influence, even the influencer spot is automated now. What you thinking?
Let's go
Cows, influencer.
I was going to go super cows. Yeah, let's go
New York.
first.
Okay. Cool. All right. China, they're at it again. These guys are busy over there. China says that it successfully cloned 3 super cows and that it can produce more milk than a regular cow. So scientists in China have cloned 3 special cows, and they can produce a lot of milk. They used a method called somatic cell nuclear transfer, where they put the genetic material of an adult cow into an egg cell. The cloned cows are exactly the same genetically as the original cow, but they have better traits. These super cows will be able to give China a new supply of top quality dairy products.
I felt like we talked about this though, didn't we?
Did this come up? Maybe that's why
The
I
super
remember it.
cows, yeah.
I think that it's always been a
They
thing
were talking
of
about cloning cows, and I think they were talking about meat
I think,
specifically.
yeah, I
cloning
think the other one
cows,
was
meat,
This one
and
is
chicken
milk.
and stuff
Yeah.
like
See,
that.
yeah, it says new super cow created for milk.
Ah,
And she got the
a little bit of deja vu going on.
yeah. I
Oh,
was like,
shizzle.
it sounded familiar too.
Is this the same thing then?
Would you drink
What
milk?
if you said the exact same thing in
Yeah,
that video
yeah.
clip?
That would
They'd be
What-
like,
what-
Inception.
What day is that from?
That's from when Vaughn was here. It's February 10th.
oh, that feels longer
This
than
year?
I thought.
That's the same story.
Would you drink super cow milk?
I would absolutely drink super cow milk.
You would?
Yeah.
I ain't messing with it. I ain't messing with it at all.
Well, I mean, what could go wrong though, right?
Do you drink regular cow milk now?
Well,
No. So wouldn't this be like vegan? I don't, how does this
no,
work?
it's not.
It's still a byproduct, so it
If
wouldn't be
anything,
vegan.
this could be more altering because cow's breast milk, it already has things in there that you're not naturally supposed to get, with just like hormones in that. I'm not sure how pasteurized or how that process works in filtering out a lot of those things, but it already has stuff that's unnatural for your body to be taking in. So that's why if it's like super cow milk, who knows like what other modifications it could affect your genetics.
I was thinking like more nutrients, more stronger bones. Or
Oh,
something.
it may have all of that, but we don't know what it has on top of all of
super
that,
strong
so.
bones. All right, well let's move on to another one. Let's go to New York sinking because that's the more viral
Yes.
video.
Now we're talking New York City.
Huh?
New York City sinking?
New York City,
I
not
think
the
it's
whole
basi-
state.
Yeah, it's,
So
it's
New
like
York-
Manhattan, right?
New York City is sinking due to the weight of its skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly random. I think I would assume that would mean Manhattan because are there skyscrapers in
Manhattan.
other
It's
It's
Manhattan.
Manhattan, yeah.
in other
They got projects that go kind of high, but not skyscraper like that.
Well, it's also on an island, which is not connected to the mainland, so
Yeah.
it's not as stable.
That makes sense. Okay, well, it says it's sinking in part due to the extraordinary weight of its buildings, worsening the flood threat posed to the metropolis from the rising seas. The Big Apple may be the city that never sleeps, but it is a city that certainly sinks. Jesus Christ. Subsiding by approximately 1 to 2 millimeters each year on average, with some areas of New York City plunging at double this rate, according to researchers. This sinking is
Exacerbated?
exacerbating. What is that?
It's making it a bigger problem faster.
Exacerbating. There's no S.
It's the X and the 6. I forget how it's spelled.
See.
but
There's
It's the E, the
no
X, and
S
the
in this
C.
word. Exacerbating. Okay. The sinking is exacerbating the impact of sea level rise, which is accelerating at around twice the global average as the world's glaciers melt away and seawater expands due to global heating. The water that flanks New York City has risen about 9 inches or 22 centimeters since 1950, and major flooding events from storms could be up to 4 times more frequent than now by the end of the century. So we're looking at a future with no New York City.
Well, I feel like they wouldn't go no New York City. They would just bring the ground up.
How so? Like
Just fill it in. Just keep putting concrete down and raise the floor.
have we done that anywhere before?
Wouldn't
Wouldn't that make it sink? Wouldn't that make it heavier?
Possible. But I feel like that's what our first mode would be, to like put a Band-Aid on the problem. Be like, oh, well, if it's
For
water
now.
there, just fill it in and we'll make the ground here instead of there.
Well, I heard Venice has the same problem.
They do,
because
yeah.
they have all their spots aren't they on floatings or like or
A lot of their
things?
areas are floating, and there's the whole canal system throughout the city to get around in that. For New York City, I feel like they may go to something like, because I mean, you've got all those buildings, which if you fitted them to be like, okay, so maybe the first 3 floors is submerged, but if you like build a floating city on top of that area where people can still walk, maybe you'll do something like that. I don't know. They're not going to move everyone out of there. That's millions of people you'd have to relocate.
They have don't they have little airbags underneath like the canal? Not in the canal, but like underneath like the
You
land
mean
part.
in like Venice and that?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And pillars underneath it as well to like hold it up on the houses and
But
stuff
we'd
like
be
that.
trying as hard as
Floaters.
possible to, I feel like, stay there than let Mother Nature push us out of there.
If of any city, New York, I feel like
Yeah.
America will fight for Manhattan.
That's why, I mean, it could just become like a floating city. Like, who knows?
Well, I hear the same as we're not sinking, but aren't we like ripping apart from?
So
The rest of
the
the-
San Andreas Fault, we're separating, so to speak. The space between the San Andreas Fault and like mainland U.S. is becoming bigger, and that's what the whole first Superman was about. Is Lex Luthor's plan was to launch missiles there to break off that part and then buy all that land up, so that would become the new like coastal line. That was his goal, was to hit
He was trying to do beachfront property.
exactly.
He's trying to buy an island formerly known as California.
That's
Exactly,
kind of genius,
yeah.
but like.
If
If
it-
you
yeah.
if you blew it up, wouldn't you be too hot to buy property? That's a
I
terrible
mean,
plan.
it's
You
like-
trying to go into escrow after a terrorist attack? That shit is
Domestic
crazy.
terrorists too. He ain't even like he ain't even from another country. He's like
somewhere
right here.
else.
He's in Connecticut doing this shit.
It was genius until I thought about it. It's like, hey, we could just make a beach right here. Shit.
But yes,
Wildin'.
because of where the fault lines are, we're pulling away from that part. So that part of the land is technically moving in that direction. So in like 1,000 years, there may be like a river there or something like that.
And this is California.
Separating what's like out the valley from the rest of Hollywood and like West Hollywood and that.
Oh, so it would split
Because
California.
it's those mountains in that canyon, that's right on the fault line. That's why you
Uh-huh.
have the mountains there. So it would have split at someplace around there because that's where the fault line is.
Ah, it would split. Oh, okay. So like the mountain would be like the tear off line.
In a sense, yeah.
Damn, that'd be pretty though.
Yeah.
They'd be like mountains going straight into the water, like like those fjords in
Yeah.
Alaska.
Be a big cliff, yeah.
Ah, I kind of like this destroyed California.
Well, that's the thing too. People think it's going to happen like in a day. This is
Nah,
going to happen over
this is-
hundreds of years, so we'll adapt to it as that. Unless there's a massive earthquake that speeds up that
So,
process.
so this sinking New York is a way more impending problem, right?
It sounds like it's sinking rapidly. Certain parts of it. That's the thing. Is not all of it's going to be underwater. It's going to be like sections are, or like subways probably will be like you can't go there anymore because it'll get flooded out.
Damn, that's crazy to think.
I mean, when Superstorm Sandy hit, which was almost, is that more than 10 years ago now? The whole city was, parts of it were completely flooded.
Yeah.
And if they get any more storms like that, like the U.S. has been getting in its weather, it's bound to happen in the next 10 years, something like that.
Damn.
I was just thinking, like, how much glaciers are left? Like, how much how in trouble are we?
You can, if you really want to know, it may scare you. They have all that online because they have the satellite photos that'll just do a time lapse to show you how small they're getting. There's definitely a lot left, but there's not a lot that there used to be, or not as much as there used to be.
And that can flood everything.
Well, because the water trickles down, so the oceans all over will just rise up because you're adding that much water.
Because there's no new water,
Yeah,
but that ice would create.
because it's ice, and ice is obviously frozen water. When that becomes water, it displaces it, and everything will rise. It's just like when you get into a bathtub and the water goes up. Same kind of situation. They're just pouring more water into the ocean.
Damn.
It says there's 509 small glaciers have completely disappeared in the last 50 years, and even the biggest ones are shrinking rapidly.
And those are like probably millions of years old too. So it's not like you can make a glacier soon. Like they can't really remake themselves.
No.
You'd need another ice age.
We need another ice
yeah.
age after flood. Yeah, it's kind of scary. You know, it's kind of scary to think about how long ago and how long it took to make, and now we are burning
Yeah.
through it. I mean, we have all of this new technology, new cars, and burning all these fossil fuels, and I don't know if going in and out of space, like I don't know if like when spaceships go through the atmosphere, is that hole big enough to affect it? Is that a long lasting hole?
There's no actual hole because you're
Okay.
passing through the air. The issue would be what they're
Shooting
spewing
out,
out
right?
of their exhaust engines. All
Gotcha.
that jet fuel.
So every space like mission is
Yeah.
fucking us up.
Yeah. Yeah. You can actually look at breakdowns of who's actually causing the biggest issues. The U.S. military is causing the most pollution of the world.
Whew.
So cow poop isn't cow farts
It's
and
up there,
stuff?
but
Okay.
comparatively with the factories we have and the chemical plants we have around the world, it's by far not compared. Like if everyone in the world recycled, you'd still be in a huge issue because of the massive polluters you have that have no regulation. I mean,
that's not
even if
the-
the U.S. cut all of our emissions back, if China doesn't, they've got so many factories. It's not gonna. You need everybody to kind of collectively reduce, or else it's not gonna have a lasting impact.
Them factories, if you see a video, like just in the length of the video, it's an insane amount of smoke coming out.
Yeah, it
like
is.
all day, every day, just like it's just like, oh yeah, we done with.
Well, and I mean, the people on the East Coast, you can't live without it because the coal plants produce all the electricity. So, like, you turn those off, you don't have electricity for the whole Eastern Seaboard.
So all that smoke coming out is just like constant electricity.
It's based on burning coal to power generators to make electricity.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know
that
any
is-
of that shit.
Coal is the dirtiest
Hey, that
to
can get you
burn,
down.
I didn't know any of that.
And if it did get you down, just want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. If that got you down, or life got you down, or the holidays, sometimes dealing with Mother's Day, Father's Day, especially if you had a parent that passed away, those days can hit harder for you than most people. So I always want to encourage you guys to feel your feels. Do it responsibly. Check out somebody at BetterHelp. It can definitely help you get things in order. I came from a generation where everybody in the house, like, what happens in this house stays in this house. You don't really talk about what's going on. But listen, we've done that for too long. We found that does not work. We found that keeping things pinned up and inside of us is not the best and healthiest way to live your life, all right? Therapy is amazing. I am a product of it. I fully support it. I encourage everyone that may be thinking about doing it to go ahead and just give it a try. One of the great things about BetterHelp is that it is entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists as many times at no additional charge as needed. You get to find more balance with BetterHelp. You get someone that you can talk to with an unbiased opinion of you, your situation, your family, your lifestyle, whatever you may be going through. And at the end of the day, we all need someone to just listen. Whether or not you've been in therapy personally, give it a try. I've done traditional therapy where I had to go in and wait in the room and all that type of stuff, and it wasn't the best for me. It took me a while to find somebody I really matched with, and even when I did, something happened and then we got disconnected because of life, and then I had to go through the whole process all over again. But BetterHelp is really good at getting you matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. So it is amazing. I'm very, very confident that it's made a difference in my life. Therapy has made a difference in my life. And I want you guys to give it a try. So I encourage you guys to visit BetterHelp.com/DIYS today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DIYS. 10% off your first month.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Her?
That's the one with what's the guy's name?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
And he develops the relationship with the AI.
Scarlett Johansson.
We here. We there.
Oh,
and
wow.
We here. There is here now. There's an influencer who is her name's Karen AI. She creates an AI version of herself that you can rent as a girlfriend.
Oh, this thing I heard about. Yeah.
So this is actually pretty insane. Karen Marjorie. She's famous on Snapchat. She created a chatbot of herself using AI technology from OpenAI. The chatbot uses voice and uses her voice. And people can pay $1 for every minute that they chat with it. And she believes she's on par to making $5 million a month from this.
Crazy.
The craziest part to me is that this is when when the TV switched over around 11 or 12 o'clock, and it was like the phone sex people you call phone
Right.
sex.
Yeah.
This is like
At least those are real
updated.
people.
Those are real people. Sometimes they were reading from a script, but they in a call center. Yeah, baby, tell me what else you want to do. Throwing paper balls at each other. This ain't even a person.
They need to
Office antics. Doing the fucking.
I need to see the opposite end of the
Oh
telephone.
my gosh, bro.
hilarious.
Up to $1 a minute?
$1 a minute.
For
It's-
something fake, it's not even real.
It says it's voice based, and it's trained to mimic a human, and you can basically type in stuff. And she believes that it's like nothing ethically wrong with it, though. It says the ethics of parasocial relationships just keep getting murkier. I don't know. $5 million a month?
Make me an AI and people
That's
can
what
rent
I'm
that
saying.
out. I don't
I'm
care.
trying to
It's
be
not me
everybody
doing it. Someone else
boyfriend.
can just.
$5 million a month though.
And
That
I-
is.
and it's like, who's to say?
As long as everyone's aware of what's going on, I don't think it's.
If they know
I
it's-
just don't think there's any ethical.
Right, because
issues.
who's to say that's wrong if it's making them feel
Yeah.
better about themselves? You know, it says she says it's a way to get closer to her followers, offering them comfort and easing any loneliness they might be feeling. I think it can ease loneliness. It's not getting you closer to your
I
followers.
was just gonna
it's
say
not
because
you.
if they say she has like an actual chat option where you can talk with her for real, and then you start talking about stuff, she's not gonna know what you talked about with the AI.
Unless
Right.
she's
It's a
listening
It's a whole separate
to it,
relationship. Unless
But
you,
but I doubt she's going back through and listening
Yeah,
to every
it's not like
call.
the
Well, even
transcripts.
worse, you can have somebody. Imagine somebody takes it too serious and they talk to them all day, every day, and then they see them in person. They might even think that those deep conversations they had were real.
That's what I mean.
Or
yeah.
they might be like, "Oh, you're really my boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. Give up the yams." There could be so many things that can go wrong with this.
Yeah.
From letting somebody, especially if it's framed as girlfriend, if it's framed romantically, this could actually be very dangerous for her.
Wow. Jeez.
To go further with that, the scary part is the fact that she could have created her. She can create an AI version of herself. Could someone else create an AI version of her and then
Yeah.
like,
Make
take out
money
loans,
off of it.
Make
Yeah,
out loans.
get the
Right.
Identity theft becomes a whole other thing now because they can actually
Right.
steal
They
your
just buy
voice
all
and
the
what you look like.
domains close to what her domain is and just do it like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It says that it does go into sexual conversations too, intimate feelings, all that stuff. So that's scary. She says she already has over 1,000 paying customers. Within a week, the app reportedly raked in over $71,000 from a user base that is 99% men. That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
I just would feel it's a waste. I mean, I'm not someone who's lonely and needs that, but it doesn't seem like it would give me anything more.
No
than
satisfaction
After
really
a
would
while,
come
maybe the
from
first
that.
couple like messages, but after a while, it's like you're not talking to something real.
Right.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be
But
deceived like that.
that could feed somebody, and the scary part is that filters out a lot of, like you said, common
Yeah.
sense. So then you're damn
people
near
who
only left
yeah.
with the people who might
Who
do
are
some
little-
crazy shit.
Yeah.
So, and she's saying, I don't think this will ever replace me. This is simply an extension of me, an extension of my consciousness. I
What
wouldn't
if-
even want to be the first step into wherever this is going, though.
Does the AI know where she lives? Like, what if you ask the AI, like, where do you live or any of that stuff?
Oh,
Could it
wow.
access
I didn't
information
think
And
about that.
it starts saying some stuff you didn't want
There's
anybody
got to
to
be
know.
some safeguards in place, though.
I'm sure there are.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's a good question.
Now
That'd be
that's
crazy.
a movie. That's a movie premise. That's like voodoo dolls.
Yeah,
it's
kind
just
of.
like
That can talk back though. Like that's
Yeah.
that's it. So wait, where do your kids go to school again? My kids go to First Street Elementary.
Oh no.
That's actually, and even if she's looking at it like, it's just me and my fans, like this is just a quick bag. These are stepping stones to something bigger and scary.
Does it say what else she does as an influencer? Like, what else? But besides this, like, what else?
It says she's famous on Snapchat, and that's about it. I would assume
Not in the
that
Snapchat world.
if you were to make this, I can kind of tell what kind of influencer you are. It's
Yeah.
probably very much like, hey, what's up, YouTubers? What's going on? Make sure you ding,
Yeah.
hit the bell.
You think that? I thought OnlyFans.
I was gonna say more on the lines of
yeah,
OnlyFans. If, like,
OnlyFans.
if she's like making herself an AI girlfriend, I
Even
feel
if it's just like lingerie and stuff like
My
that.
boy,
foot
let's
pics
look
or-
her up.
Yeah.
Karen Majory.
I
$5
wa-
million a month though. That's kind
Yeah.
I 100% thought OnlyFans because I'm like, if you can make a version of yourself, people can pay for it, but it's not
Yeah.
really you doing it. And maybe you're tired of busting it open in real life, and you can get,
Yeah, you don't need to.
Man,
anymore.
can you
get a
imagine-
visual.
Maybe I can get
Scan
somebody
a
to bust
couple
it open
images.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the in-app purchases
still
on
get
that one.
paid.
She's talking to you as an AI. She was like, you should go buy this video on my OnlyFans. I made it just for you. And she's selling that
yeah.
video
Yeah.
10,000
Everybody-
times, and that
everybody.
video's
That's kinda
$50.
Well, and
Bro.
the
Kinda
AI
dope.
can just swap the name out, so
Yeah.
it sounds like it's talking to that
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
No, well, her super link does not have a. Her super link does not have an OF.
Okay, all right.
Unless join the community is. Nope, that's Telegram. Yeah, it looks like she was just a good old fashioned YouTuber.
All
but
right.
the first thing on the super link is activate virtual girlfriend. Let's see what it's like.
Wow.
And she was
Screen
on
record.
Forbes.
I give her props though.
Should have went. Yeah, should have screen record that.
That's smart.
Early access, forever companion bot. AI versions of influencers using two-way voice by using. Oh, this is a thing now.
Influencers.
Huh?
An extra S making that plural. So is there multiple people who do this?
This is a thing now. Yep.
Wow.
So this is a thing that Telegram offers, and if you go to download her girlfriend version, you can actually get early access of being the downloaded, I guess. Here it goes. Talk to Karen Marjorie.
We probably look so dumb to these robots.
Build a powerful relationship.
They're just like, we have this in the bag.
Right. These robots are like, I can make
They
any
just need to
math
put-
problem. I can build any building. And you're just like, well,
They're just waiting to put.
Get these
girlfriend.
guys off. Get these guys off.
I want a girlfriend.
Listen, I'm gonna have Brennon. I'll see if Brennon can slide in for me real quick. I gotta hop on this live with Black Lady Sketch Show.
Oh,
y'all.
yeah.
So
Do
give
your
me
thing.
a second. If I can make it back in time, I'll be back. If not, then I'll see y'all on the next episode. But hold tight.
So when Tahir was talking about the late night, commercials and sex
Yeah.
lines you can call, when I was younger, probably like 12, 13, whatever, you could just dial 1-800 and then anything nasty like the word,
So you could spell out a
1-800
word?
big dick, and
Okay.
it would be a sex line.
That's funny.
1-800
They bought all
big
the
tits.
phone
Like you
numbers.
could type anything that sounds nasty, like if it goes with the letters, and it would be a sex line. They
Wow.
bought all of those numbers.
That's insane. I can't believe this is like a full program. It says we've dedicated over 2,000 hours to meticulously design and code Karen's language and personality into an immersive AI experience. Using her unique voice, captivating persona, and distinctive behavior, Karen AI brings you a dynamic, one-of-a-kind interaction that feels like you're talking directly to Karen herself.
Karen AI sounds like she'd just be saying racial slurs to you all day.
I was gonna say, but it's
Karen
not spelled
is
like
such
that.
a
It's spelled
random
different
name.
though. It's spelled. I don't like the spelling of it either, but it's C-A-R-Y-N.
It's like Darren. Yeah, it's spelled like
Yeah.
Darren. Available anytime, anywhere, Karen has been flawlessly cloned into an AI for your convenience and enjoyment. She might have just immortalized herself, low-key, though. Because it sounds like she just made like a Siri with a face.
It sounds like it.
Do you think she ever
Yeah.
talked to herself? Like that would be. Such
I mean,
a
I'm sure she
weird-
did in the beginning to like
Yeah.
make sure it works in that. My issue is that a lot of these chatbots have been known for like they'll get glitchy and they'll like tell you to do things like what if it started telling someone to like kill
crime?
themselves or something like or do crime and all that. Like
Damn.
who's responsible there at that point?
Especially if they don't really know, if the chatbot doesn't really know what it's agreeing to or saying.
No, it
Like if a
doesn't-
girl, if a dude's just like, hey, please give me your number, I'm ending it all, and they're just
Yeah.
like, nah.
So, yeah, who knows what it's going to respond as? So like,
Yeah.
and then in like a legal sense, who would be ultimately responsible for what the chatbot is telling people?
Yeah, because that's technically, she can't go to jail for that.
Yeah, because it's the computer doing it. But that gets into this big issue. It's just like with the self-driving cars. If a self-driving car hits someone, who's responsible? It's getting into that very murky. Is how do you put like legislation and like restrictions on robots, which technically would fully get it if you like plugged in the laws into it, but still we don't. That's the wild west of this whole thing is we don't know what the outcome's going to be.
That's scary. I mean, if I wasn't so focused on why this is scary, branding wise though.
Oh yeah,
She did a very good job. Karen AI is like very.
I'm gonna be making
it
$5
feels
million
very
a month.
mainstream. I mean, that's nothing if Karen becomes like a universal.
And if that's passive
thing?
income, because
Oh,
technically
yeah.
that's
She's not
she's
doing
not
anything.
doing anything actively. It's just let the bot run and do its thing, and I'm just gonna make passive money off of this.
And there's
That's-
definitely going to be millions of these, but the first one, Karen AI, like that's going to be the one that the docs and the movies are going to be about. Like, she might have just immortalized herself in a way that might be cool at first, but might end up pretty nightmarish. It says, how does it work? Engage with Karen AI in real time through secure messaging and enjoy private, personalized conversations with your favorite influencer. Our end-to-end encryption ensures your chats remain confidential and uniquely yours. Experience the future of influencer interaction with Karen AI. Hey, young Brennon in this building. What's
What up, man? What's up, Pat? I haven't even seen you yet
See,
today,
man.
man.
How you doing, bro?
Cam,
Brennan.
good to see you, sir.
Hey,
You
this
too?
is a smart ass episode now because we got Cam in here, so we've been just digging into stuff like AI and how New York is sinking and stuff.
I love AI.
Did you hear about Karen AI?
Karen
AI,
like
yeah.
like a Karen has attacked kind
No,
of
no,
thing?
no,
No,
that'd be
no.
funny.
Let me
That just
explain.
happened.
I just imagine like a white angry
That's
AI
what I
just like
explained.
angrily.
You call the manager for me. No, this is influencer who got famous on Snapchat.
Wait. She created one to be a girlfriend for $1 a minute. Yeah, I heard about that.
Insanity.
People are paying for this. Is the question?
She's
She
making
got-
$5 million a month.
Well, no. She's on track to make that.
Potentially.
She's on track to do
She
that
must
right
be
now.
a really dope girlfriend.
I mean, it's
The AI version.
it's AI.
But I'm saying, but
she
it's-
could suck. By the way, she could be terrible in real life.
And just
You
give
could
all
make-
the good qualities of yourself to the AI.
if I made a chatbot, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if a chatbot boyfriend version of Patrick Cloud comes out, it's all my best stuff. Maybe some made up stuff. I'm not putting the bad stuff in
That's
there.
what I'm saying. So like the best parts of her as a person are what?
You try to make $1 a month or a minute.
A minute.
Could you
You don't
imagine
want to piss them off.
How much
if
money
you
is that
put
a
your
month?
bad qualities in there and like it's late to the chat every time, like,
What do you mean?
the AI is just late all the time. But it's just late to
Never
the
Are you,
chat.
comes
are you coming for him right now?
No.
Hey, but
I'm
low
just saying,
key,
if
that'd
you
be
put your
if I'm
bad
15
qualities
minutes late, $15.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Before we even start.
So-
No, AI version will be on time for sure of me. But no, this is
Yo, that's
this
like
is next up.
$5,700 a month.
What?
That's how much it costs to have a girlfriend for all that time. For 4 weeks, $60 $1 a minute.
And
For
is it
4 weeks.
All day?
All day.
Okay,
24
so
hours a
assume
day.
that they're not doing it 24 hours a day.
Who knows?
Wait, but that's for one day?
No, this is for the
For a
month.
month.
$5,760. If somebody's like, I want you to be my girlfriend 24/7 for a month.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, that person will kill you though. So that's not worth the money.
No, for sure.
That person's making a robot version of you.
Yeah, that person's already fucking a version of you.
Yeah, exactly.
That person already
Has an animatronic doll.
Oh,
with
Jesus.
with a
things to
candle
it.
with a small hole in it. And
Yo.
and Nerf foam in it.
Well,
That's what's next, though. Like,
no,
when you
no.
talk, I
was
didn't even
telling
think
you
about
that the AI is waiting for us to put it into the Boston Dynamics robots. That's what it's waiting
As
for.
soon as we put AI into the bus, like, and then to keep it connected
it's
to the internet,
invincible.
and it's like, yo, this is your girlfriend, and this is my, artificial, hoo-ha, as we shall put it.
You can say that you're
That
smashing
already,
whoever.
And see, that part already exists. They already have all of that fake if you go to Japan.
you can get different
I got a real
versions of
to go to
somebody.
Japan.
That's what they have.
You can be like, all right, I just built a limited edition Rihanna first song. What was it? Ponder Replay pre-pregnancy Rihanna in the crib, just with everything, same personality, same
wow.
same everything. That's
my
crazy.
My question to you, Pat and Cameron, is easily affordable. You buying it? You trying it out? You
my
taking
What,
it
like
for-
a sex specific one?
I mean, just one that you can choose to have sex with. It's just her, and she just happens to be willing to have sex if you want to.
What's affordable?
Let's say it's $1,500. $1,500. You get a Rihanna robot that is lifelike and simulates all the experiences of Rihanna.
$1,500 isn't a lot. I mean, I probably. I mean, Rihanna was just an example. I would probably go with, in video games when you got to create a character.
Yeah.
There's like all different
Oh,
types
God.
Yeah, you get to shift
faces,
six
all
around.
different types of. Yeah.
You would build it.
I would buy one that just had no face. It was just like this, and then
blank
it would
face.
have like I would have like the DLC
Oh, so you get to add the face
R&B
to it.
singers. Yeah, it would be like Beyonce. Blah, blah, blah.
Like, give me T-Boz's eyes.
Downloadable.
Like, no, Chili's eyes,
Oh, you're making a whole new.
Yeah, so I'll take Chili's eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
Tiana Trump's mouth.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You get it, just like.
Ding, ding. It comes out of the oven like.
So wait, that answers the question. Yes, you're buying
I'll
it.
probably do it.
Cameron?
No.
You wouldn't buy it?
No.
Not even out of curiosity?
That's at
No.
least
What am I
2 or 3
curious about?
YouTube videos.
You
The
said
risk of it killing me? Yeah, what am I curious about?
That's an OnlyFans. So
The risk of it killing me, though, I feel like is higher than anything else.
I'll just say this: if it only has the ability to have the strength of that person too.
I don't.
So like,
care.
I mean,
They'll break through that program.
I'll say like,
I just
Full
don't- I
robot
don't-
strength.
I don't trust the coding because it's been proven that the best coders even don't fully understand it. So at this point, no, I would
shit.
not partake. Plus, I already have a
I'm too
girlfriend, so
curious.
there's no reason to.
I mean, now you
curiosity.
can just be like, oh my god, threesomes every day.
Yeah, but one of
you-
them's not moving, and it's just in the background.
No,
until we
she's
decide to use
moving.
it.
No,
Yeah.
that's not true.
No, she's
See,
about it.
I don't want it moving by itself, though. That's the
But
thing.
one
I
of
don't-
her,
them you can
not it.
take off the
It's an it.
charger.
It's not
you
a-
feel me? No, I'm just kidding.
don't start that issue.
One of them, if they don't got a charge, no, I'm just kidding. The AI is what
Yeah, what if she
messes
loses
me up.
mid-charge? Loses everything mid.
Well, I mean, everything is funny around the sexual act, but everything besides the sex is creepy. Like, imagine like having an argument with them
Yeah.
in your
And then
in
you're
your
like, why
kitchen
am
in
I
the
doing
morning.
this?
You're like, what
Switch
the hell
off.
is happening? happening? Why didn't you take out the trash? Oh, you always told me to take out the trash.
Oh my god.
Everybody screaming. It's just like, hey, this is weird. So the answer is no. I
Okay.
probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would view that as a sex doll, which is also hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But with the internet attached, Jesus Christ. Can
It
you
could be all
imagine?
the No, I can't.
Can you
actually.
imagine, like, you're
could
like
be
right in the
Ultron
middle of like a
suddenly.
nasty nut bust, and then you look at it and it has a red dot and it says live on Facebook, and you're like, no.
I didn't mean to press that.
You didn't press it. I'm framing you.
See, that's what I'm gonna need.
Who's fake now, nigga? I have a random AI thing that just hit me the other day.
Okay.
You know, Amir, who's obviously teched with you guys before, he's actually very upset about an AI thing that's happening right now. Did you
The
guys?
music one?
Yeah, the one with
Yeah.
Timbaland. You guys have you heard about that one?
I haven't heard. the
No,
story,
what
but
happened
I-
with
I
that?
knew
All
it
right,
was
so
coming.
Timbaland, the producer,
Yeah.
he went on his Instagram and he announced that he is going to be in the forefront of using AI technology to be able to create music with dead artist voices.
I hate that.
Yeah, because he was just like, it hurt me so bad because the way you have to watch it, but in the announcement he pretty much is acting like he's Elon Musk, and then at the end of it he's like, I never got to work with Biggie, but now I get to work with him, and then he plays a song and he's just going, like listening to the song, and it's like a Biggie AI version with one of his beats on it, and it hurt my soul because I'm just like, that's not Biggie.
That means that, think about it, like that's Timbaland talking as Timbaland. Like, I make high quality music. I'm going to use this to make the highest quality music, blah, 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 blah. But you got to think, like, when that just reaches the internet, like, the internet is 99.8 horrible music. So
Yeah.
you're going to have official Michael Jackson songs featuring Metallica and, like, produced by Bob Marley and shit.
Yeah.
Like, just random horrible stuff, which actually, as I say it, that sounds interesting.
That sounded
But-
so
That's,
good.
the issue comes is once the AI makes it sound good, and that's becomes the issue.
I think if it was like a mashup, like if they treated it like mashups, where it's like, okay, if you're at a DJ set and you're just being creative with it, that's one thing. But like streaming and making money and profiting off of this, I think that's when it gets pretty gross.
I think the big concern that I actually have is that something I've thought about for a long time is I never thought that computers could replace people because of the creativity stuff. And so, like, on that creative side, I've been blown away by what AI can do thus far. And so, for me, I'm looking at like new artists that haven't come out yet. So let's say the new Kanye hasn't hit the streets yet. Now there's less space for that new Kanye to hit because Bob Marley just dropped a new album. You know what I'm saying?
That's
yeah,
true.
my issue with that is it's shrinking our minds and our ability to be creative because now we have things that can be creative for us. It's basically the reason why we created technology was so we could give ourselves more time, and that's where art came from in that. And now we're making something that can make art for us. So
yeah.
what we're now obsolete. What is our purpose? To make money now so that the AI
Enjoy,
can
bro.
continue making stuff?
Sip the pina
I'm
colada.
not
I thought
sipping
AI
anything.
was like work, like manual labor stuff. So it's like we don't have to pay people to lift this. A robot can lift it, kind of like machines. And
Yeah.
stuff. I didn't think art was going to be touched this quickly. It's like
I
it's
didn't either.
already coming for graphic designers, already coming for singers and rappers. It's going to be a matter of time before. What about actors? You know what I mean?
It's already
Avengers.
there.
It's already there.
People can already
Endgame
program
was,
their voices into it, and you.
well, I mean, all these things that are 90% CG anyways. You know,
Exactly.
who's to say?
If anything, the people will look more real as a CG character among all the other CG things than the real people will. So that'll look more real to us.
Who's to say that, you know, when you have an Iron Man and you're paying Robert Downey Jr. tens and tens of millions of dollars just to keep the thing open.
Yeah.
It's like, just keep it closed. have the guy underneath the AI, Robert Downey Jr.'s voice. Like, from a producer's point of view, that sounds like an amazing thing, but just from like the art point of view, it really sucks.
What really hurts me is I thought I was untouchable in the sense of like I own a production company. This is the studio that you know all that kind of stuff. And this morning, somebody was like, "Hey, did you see this?" And I said,
AI Productions.
an AI, like an an entire commercial. They were like, "I'm gonna make a commercial
a lot of
for
those.
pizza, like it was like pizza nuggets or something like that." But like every person in the commercial was AI generated. Every voice, all the music,
beer commercial
the
out there,
writing, the writing, the product itself.
Damn.
Everything was AI generated, and it was like it wasn't like you could tell that it was fake.
It's
but
on the
I'm like,
cusp of being
it's
still bad.
This is
I'm
the
like,
work
this-
it's ever gonna be.
In
this is
5
worse,
years,
yeah.
it'll be indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable. So they're gonna be like, all right, a company's
They're
gonna
gonna
be
fix
like,
the hands.
Once AI figures out what hands look like and how to use them,
it's over because they're gonna be like, all
That's
right.
scary to think once they figure out what
Yeah.
hands look like. Ugh, it's a thinking thing.
For me, I'm just like right now, a company's gonna hire me and pay me X amount to be able to make them content for their stuff that you can't fake. But then it's gonna be literally just high. Like we pay $1,000 a month for this AI engine that some nerd nerd invented that only does commercials.
And they pay that
and
guy
they just
to
say,
input
look, here's our
commands
brand
and that's it.
colors, here's our brand everything, here's all that kind of stuff. Make me a commercial that hits these demographics.
Oh, you don't
give
even
me
have to go
5
on
versions
location?
of it. No, give me 5 versions of it with fake people. I don't have to pay anybody. I don't have to generate voices for me. I don't have to pay anything for anybody. Literally, it's just all generated. It'll advertise my thing with the people that look pretty, that give me everything I want. I'm gonna be like,
Did you watch Donald Glover's video for his like production company and that?
No.
He put out a video like he's saying, I don't know if it's a production company, but he's making a company to do stuff and hiring stuff.
Yeah, I saw the hiring thing.
Couple of the spots were AI engineers or AI techs or people know how to write the script for an AI to understand. So it's already becoming like an integral part of businesses that you need that knowledge.
That's crazy. I mean, you could just have an AI chatbot write the skeleton of a script and then have writers touch it up from there too.
You could.
There's still ways to fit humans into art without just completely, because it's never going to be like food. If you just completely have restaurants that are just throwing stuff out, I don't think it's going to taste as good. It's going to start tasting robotic.
I think they're gonna right now actually Congress. I mean, do we want to go this nerdy? Like, you know, I will go this
Congress.
nerdy. Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, I study political science, so
Yeah.
Congress right now is actually contemplating how to regulate AI.
Because this is the biggest part now is how the big people are gonna regulate it now. is
Yeah,
the
but
real
the problem
issues.
with our politicians, though, is that our politicians are extremely non-tech savvy. They're a bunch of old people who don't know anything about tech, and now they have to be educated. And our Congress has been traditionally slower than every other developed nation's Congress at being able to litigate or legislate for technology. And so right now they're being educated on it, and people are trying to teach them about what the parameters should be. And then you look over at Europe, and they've already had it in place for 5 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, so it's just like, what do we do? You know, and the big thing for me is like that question of saying, like, I can just generate commercials. I would say the only answer that we can do to save industry would be like, all right, what we need to do is make it so that anytime it's something AI generated, you have to pay such a heavy tax on it that it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, or it just costs so much, then give that money to the government, and then that goes into like some kind of social safety net that allows everybody else to be cool. Are you back?
No. But what I was going to say, because I heard you speaking about that, was really quickly, the advances that we've seen are parallel. They are linear all across the board, especially when it comes to manscaping, because we need to really push this envelope and push this narrative that men, it's okay for you to stop living in archaic world where you are using your same T-liners for your lining on your bottom half. Stop, let it go. Father's Day is coming up. This is the perfect time to take advantage of Manscaped MVP, the Performance Package 4.0. Listen, this thing right here is everything you, your father, your brother, your guy, whoever is in your life that's a male that grows hair, this is what they need, okay? You got the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. You got the brand new Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer. You got the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner.
Did you say ball deodorant?
Ball deodorant, man. We be walking around all day with the same balls, man.
I've never considered the thought of ball deodorant.
Yeah, put some ball deodorant on the balls, man. Keep them fresh all day.
Roll
And then
on.
you put a little Crop Reviver, little toner on there. And then it also comes with the performance boxes. And we're all fans of the boxes, all right? The boxes are fantastic. So you got too many options for you to not take advantage of this. It also includes the Beard Hedge Trimmer. This thing is amazing because not only is it only one guard, right? You take that guard off, you adjust it, because you can adjust the blade up, so you don't need 4 or 5 different guards that are going to get lost anyway. It's waterproof. Use it in the shower. Very packable, very durable when it comes to traveling. It comes with its own charger and a carrying case. It is amazing. Listen, stop getting us ties and shirts and socks and all of that, man. Get them some Manscaped. And right now, we're getting 20% off plus free shipping with the code DIYS. That's at manscaped.com. So make sure you go ahead and use that code right there. So the code is DIYS at manscaped.com. Again, that's DIYS at manscaped.com, and get 20% off and free shipping. Take care of your people on Father's Day. Stop getting us ties and drills and all of that foolishness.
That's right. Well, thank you for that. Now I understand that my balls can smell significantly better.
Hey, ball deodorant is where it's at.
What is your experience with ball deodorant? I just have to know.
I got fresh ass balls, man.
All
I
right.
got ball wipes, ball deodorants. Manscaped has been hooking it up for a very, very long time.
That's amazing.
Shout out to the Scaped.
So you just floating around
With fresh balls.
like he's on a
Good
cloud.
smelling. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna name a couple more news stories. You guys tell me which one you guys want to hear.
All right.
We got astronomers discovering a new planet with active volcanoes.
Okay.
We got a man who's able to live without a heartbeat or a pulse. And we got a man bearing a bag of hot Cheetos for future civilizations.
What you got, Cam? What you want?
They all sound. I would want to know about more of all of them. Let's do the planet one. That one sounds interesting.
Planet. All right, let's go with some science fiction.
Because the cool part is
science,
the volcanoes.
Nonfiction.
That's the cool part about the planet.
Volcanoes are pretty cool. I actually just started watching Will Smith's travel show.
It's pretty good.
I can't believe it took me so long.
It's been out for a while.
Who's he doing it through?
It's like 2 years ago.
National
Geo?
Geographic,
Okay, cool.
and they have such a big budget. They go one place with him, and then 4 other places
with
without
other people,
him
and he narrates
in
it.
one episode.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, they have so much
was
money,
like-
but they don't have enough money to bring him everywhere.
No.
No.
He don't got the time for that either.
No, but it's a lot of
also,
places.
Like, if you were a nigga in a volcano, I would think that was enough for an episode.
Yeah.
There are like 3 more places on the planet. Anyways, we were not paid to say that.
It's an interesting show for sure.
It's just really cool, and I like Will Smith. Astronomers discover Earth-sized planet with active volcanoes. So this planet is called, I don't know why our solar system are the only
With the
planets
actual name,
with like
without
cool names.
Well, it's because there's too many. Like, how do you name all these things? Like,
and the scientists
there's
are like, well,
100,000.
this is-
What are they naming it?
LP
Yeah, so-
79118D.
That's because
Yeah.
you need a way to categorize it so a computer can understand it, and it's probably easy.
And so you can find it easily.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're just
so
like,
in
all
a
right,
database,
it's
you're
in
like,
this
all the
segment,
LP planets,
this, so, you know.
and I'm sure all the numbers.
That
like
would
a
be a
coordinate.
nightmare to be like, all right, Thunder Planet.
Yeah.
Get over here.
You can give it the sub name though. It's like, and this is Volcano
Yeah,
Land.
give it a sub name, especially if it's Earth size doesn't mean we can live there. But it says they discovered this. It's the size of Earth, but not at all like Earth. It's been discovered by astronomers. The planet is covered with active volcanoes and lies 90 light years away from a small red dwarf star in the southern constellation crater. The discovery is particularly notable for astronomers since volcanism promotes interaction between a planet's interior and exterior.
Yeah.
So
and that's what our planet looked like when it was first forming.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
was
definitely
all
how we were all
Because of
volcanoes and
the
magma.
volcano making
Exactly,
lands and stuff
exactly.
like
Yeah.
that.
And that produces gas into the atmosphere, and that atmosphere then changes.
So
the
that's like
physics.
a
So,
that's a
like,
baby ass Earth.
It could be, yeah.
We're seeing like early
And that's why, like, Earth
mixtape
size, because
Earth.
the reason why there's that whole Goldilocks situation with Earth is it's in the perfect distance from the sun and the perfect size so that it can sustain life.
Mhm.
If that's Earth size and if the distance is right, then there's like potential for life like
Carbon-based life forms.
from the red dwarf.
Well,
It
that's
depends
the
on the
issue is
di-
because
you'd
it's a
have
red
to-
dwarf
yeah.
though. Red dwarfs don't really support
Yeah.
life. It's
So
a
you-
different kind of UV radiation. So.
Exactly.
So you
it
could have all the right ingredients, but just not be close enough to like a sun.
Yep.
to produce something that we would maybe say is life, because life could possibly form there, but it wouldn't be anything that we would understand.
It's non-carbon-based
It
life
wouldn't be
forms.
carbon-based. It would be based on something else because it has to
Hydrogen-based
live
life
in
form
that
or-
environment.
What would be a non-carbon based life form?
We
We don't know. We've never.
We have no-
We've never discovered one.
Okay.
But I mean, every single life organism you've ever heard of that's ever existed that we know of is all carbon-based.
Yeah.
And so, like, you could be like, all right, well, this one's based on hydrogen, but then it's going to interact with the universe in a way that we don't even understand.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be like, what is that? Is that what we can define now as life? You know, it's like, is it intelligent? Like, what allows us to determine if this is life or not? Does it like, you know, because the thing is, when you take that definition of what is alive and what isn't, then you can apply that sometimes to planets. For
Yeah.
example, that planet that we're talking about right there has activity. It has energy. It, you know, it has cycles. You know, it consumes. You could argue it consumes the radiation from that star. You can look at the stars and say these are alive because these create things. They are all technically we're all stardust. We all came from stars. So it's like, is that what we would consider the creator? You know what I'm saying? Is that the creator of creation? And
The
then,
stars?
Yeah.
Suns, yeah, the stars.
Yeah, the stars, like, because we all came from every known element that we exist with, that exists in the universe that we know of, has come from the heart of a star. Every single one. So that means we are all born.
Gold.
Everything about us is gold. Everything,
Platinum.
all of it.
Yeah.
Every element we know of was born from the heart of a star. You're just gonna keep naming stuff, aren't you? Uranium.
Uranium.
Uranium's
in a sun?
Yeah, everything has come
It's all
out of the sun.
nuclear explosions.
Everything comes from these fissions and explosions.
And they're
all-
exploding this stuff out?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like when you think about the Big Bang, it's like an explosion of matter.
Yeah.
and it just went in every direction, and then it's like, and then the gravity has like starts bringing it all together, and that's how like the first rocks formed, and then there's like, you know, the rocks become planets. The planets have energy because they're close to the suns that are also putting out more energy. They get coated in that, and then it just becomes like a cesspool of like all these different type of interactions that, in the perfect habitable zone, like Earth, then you are able to foster a carbon-based life form. We're the only place that we've seen this exact perfect set of circumstances to sustain life for as long as we've had it. But we know statistically, it's like there's just too many planets, there's too many galaxies, there's too many universes for us to be the only place for us to be able to have experienced life in the way that we think life should be
It's gotta be
experienced.
something else.
You know, but then also, like I said, can you expand the idea of what life is? Like, are all these planets alive? Are some of them dead? Are all these suns alive? Are some of them dead? The suns have life
so it
cycles.
doesn't have to be
Yeah,
people
because
walking
like
around.
everything's got a cycle. Suns have cycles. They eventually become black holes, red dwarfs.
Which then become back into turning into something else, into a galaxy or a sun or whatever. What happens after a black hole?
I think a black hole is the end state for that star because they can turn.
But it's
into
still a
different
cycle
things.
though. But then what does it
Black
become?
hole?
I don't know.
That's a good question. What, you know, a black
What does
hole.
black hole
Yeah.
turn into?
Yeah, it's like a black hole is the
'Cause it's negative
that's like the star
energy.
dies, and then it has this ridiculous
Like, sucks
gravitational
things
force.
in.
It leaves a
Yeah,
vacuum.
light can't even escape.
A bigger
Like,
vacuum, basically.
but then like what comes next? That's what
What
I'm
if
saying.
it just goes
Well, and then where does
in.
that go?
and
Nobody knows.
it probably just warps you to another part of space,
Or another dimension.
other under space.
Once you get out into that stuff, it shows you how much
We have no idea.
No idea what actually goes on out there and how little we know.
I love that shit. I love getting into those type of conversations. Like, what's in
I
the
feel
inside
like
of
Joe
a
Because
black
then
Rogan.
the sky's the limit. You can talk about anything.
Yeah, he'd be having some smart ass people on the
He
show.
do. We be sitting there like, let me
He's
just
like, God damn,
He-
what, really?
The thing about Joe Rogan that I like though is that he's smart. He's dumb enough to relate to all of us, but he's smart enough to ask good questions.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a perfect storm in that podcast situation. But
I mean, I'm wondering because like there's a scary thing that was told to me was like, because you know your whole life you're like, there's no way we're the only ones out here. The universe is too big. Blah 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 blah. Someone was like, how do you phrase it? He was like, what if we weren't the only people in space? It was just our turn now. So it's like we were the only ones. Like there's life in space. This happens, but it's like this reminds me of that because if this is the next Earth, our Earth could live and die, and then the next thing could happen, and it could work like that, which is very lonely. It's a very empty feeling.
oh, so it's like
Yeah.
a one at a time type
like
thing.
a one. Yeah. What if it's like a
Well,
one at a time thing?
You also think about it this way. So say the asteroid never took out the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs would be say that they evolved to become the most intelligent life, and they actually evolved and could think and all of that. And we never existed because we never had a chance to evolve. Those dinosaurs, had they become intelligent, they've been on this earth for millions of years. We've been on the earth for thousands of years. Imagine how much extra time they have now to like make technology. So any alien race we come across, if they've been around since, say, the dinosaurs have been around, they've been existing millions of years longer than us. So imagine how much more technology they have, how much more knowledge they
Damn,
have.
I never thought of that.
Well,
we only got 2023.
Because we think everything's advancing at our pace. Not everything's advancing at our pace.
But a nigga had millions and millions of years on us. Like, think about it. I saw the first iPhone come out.
Yeah.
I'm not that old. So we've been around millions and millions of years. They're probably that's actually scary to think. How much technology would we have if we were around as long as the dinosaurs?
Well, that's part of the reason why we have the space exploration programs that we do, because one of the realizations that our scientists came to is like, if there's other civilizations out there and they find us
That's the
before we find them,
Yeah.
that's probably not what we want to happen.
Hell yeah. 'Cause if they got out here, that means they're
Well,
way better than
That's
us.
not, well, that if they can get to us from wherever they are, because we know it's not in our solar system. If they can get to us, then we're screwed because their technology is so much further advanced than ours. We can't.
Right.
We have been like we can't even. We can barely send satellites past our solar system. Just our solar
Right.
system, not in our galaxy.
Yeah.
Just our solar system. We have like one satellite that went past Pluto, and it only went past it for a short period of time, and then it disappeared.
Blew up?
Well, we lost.
No,
we
we just lost
contact, so
contact with
we
it.
don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's just still floating
Yeah,
out there.
but think about that. It's like our solar system is a speck in our galaxy, which is a speck in the universe, which is a speck in the larger whatever, you know? And so we're like so little. It's
scary
like
as hell.
somebody came from this other galaxy to come to our galaxy because they found life on our planet. They are now the king of whatever they show up.
It would probably be
Yeah.
some petri dish type of stuff. They'd probably be like, all right, what's this? What makes you like, ah?
Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, even like small elements that would be different. Like imagine their race lived for 300 years instead of like barely 100. That enough would make it so that there would. I mean, because we're damn near moving off of our phone. You know, like there's shit where it's like in your eyes, glasses,
augmented
and
reality
stuff like
stuff and
that.
all
So that's a very scary thought.
Well, and I don't think it's fair, though, to assume that any life form we do come across is going to be naturally violent. Because if you think about it, if a society has advanced to that level of being able to travel like that, you would hope that they're not on a conquest, because violence in that's not sustainable, as we've learned here. Like, the wars have an end to them, and eventually everyone wants some type of peace. So you'd hope that society or that species has come to that conclusion before they've ventured out there, or they've come across other species.
Can I take it a step further?
But I mean, like, what if they found out that like their ammo is sand, and they're like, nigga, they have a whole bunch of sand,
Yeah.
and they come for our sand, and you know we're America, so we're like, nuke it, we're done with it.
I think we would be the ones at risk of causing a violent interaction because we don't know better.
I
if that
actually
makes
would
sense.
argue that if they came here, there's not that many possibilities where we continue to have autonomy on this planet. Because on one side, you could be right. They're like, peace is the way to go. This is it. This is what needs to happen. They get here and they see that we have not achieved that. And they're like, guess what? If you don't achieve it, then you're going to destroy all these beautiful resources that you have. We're not going to allow you to do that. Here's how you're living now. You know, or we're here not because we're on some exploration mission just to get to know other people. We're here because of resources. You know, we have run short of
me your
resources on our
trees.
planet. Yeah, exactly. Like we
We
need
out
the
of
life
trees.
force of this planet. And so we came here to get the energy that is, you know, in a habitable zone. I can't say that word.
Again, though, what you're doing is you're reducing their instincts with how we react to things. So when we need resources, we go to our neighbors and steal it from them. Who's to say that that's their inkling?
I'm not saying it's not. I'm
Well,
just
I
saying,
mean,
like,
if
all we
they-
can speak is on what we know.
If they
Exactly.
flew here, like they'd probably be like, it took us 11 minutes to get here. What do you want? What you trying to do?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
they may be like, this place sucks, and hightail it out of here and not care about us at all. And
Which
that
could have
be
already
those-
happened
those
multiple times.
Alien sightings we've seen is they could just be like, these people aren't. It's not worth it. There's no way to communicate with them effectively.
It seems like if their technology was that good, though, they could probably send something there to figure it out. Because it seems like if they would like actually pull up, that means they want to talk to somebody or they want to take something. It's just like even if they're smarter than us, you know, like if an animal sees a beehive and they're like, ooh, honey, they probably aren't gonna check in with the bees. They just probably gonna be like, give me this shit. So I'm wondering like what interaction would they have with us, and knowing us, would we really be like, yeah, for sure? Unless it
No,
was
we
for
would not.
trading like
That's the thing.
technology, pyramids.
What? you brought it back to pyramid.
Unless the,
That was well done, Patrick.
that's what I'm saying. The
That was great.
The only thing we could trade for, I'm like, yeah, what do you want? Sand? Okay, cool.
Pyramids.
You want hermit crab shells? All right, bet. Take
It's kind
all
of
of
weird,
those.
but we have them.
Give me right. Now we got the iPhone, and that's how it is.
Hilarious. Well, I was gonna say this exact paradox or this exact conversation has been had by creatives in our space for decades now. Because I mean, if you look at the Marvel universe, there's like galactic they created galactic organizations that are meant to allow places like Earth to just continue to be as they are,
Yeah,
instead of
untouched
having
and-
other organizations or other planets touching them, because it's like
Right.
they're not advanced enough yet to be able
Well,
to
that's the
understand
whole
what's going on.
Star
here.
Trek directive is that you're not supposed to meddle with.
But they did it every time.
Oh, every
They're like,
time,
we're not
yeah.
supposed to meddle, but then just they get there,
Kirk
like,
is
but they're
sleeping
gonna
with half
die.
of them.
You know, it's like it's morally I have to help. We have the
Yeah.
technology. But point being is that like that's Men in Black too. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, only very select humans can know about this intergalactic organization that protects us from ourselves and protects us from the other organizations and other alien things that are out there that do have that conquering instinct. You know, because if we have it, you know what I'm saying? Then
Goes to say
it's
that there's
probable
someone else out there.
that someone else is going to have it, because that's part of what allows us to survive. And it's not just us.
that
It's
competitive-
every carbon-based life form. You
Yeah.
look at it, it's like every single one is battling for women. You know, they fight for pussy, they fight for land, they fight for food, they fight for everything. And that's just what we know. That is just what it is. Like there's not enough
We're like
infinite
the
there's not
ghettoest
infinite
part
resources.
of the universe.
Oh yeah, we're the hood, bro. Like
That's insane.
don't come out after dark. We out here.
That's wild to think. That's probably why presidents age so fast. Cause like,
They learn about Area 51 and they're like, it's all real.
well, imagine if, like you said, like if there were all these organizations that had these things that to do with outside planets, outside universe, like Space Force was really getting it popping. if that was 90% of your schedule, and then the shit that we see on the news, you wouldn't even care about that stuff. You'd be like riots
so quick.
What? Huh?
Is that why the president's aged so
That's
quick?
what I'm thinking.
They're in
Obama
another
got
universe
older.
at some other like Galactic summit for
He did-
days on end.
he
that's-
did an
time is
interstellar
different,
mission.
So he's aging rapidly and gets back. He's
He
been
went-
alive for 100 years.
He
and all
went on an
these-
interstellar mission too long
Bro.
and came back from the quantum.
Even
theory.
even if you put it back to the basic level of it, to take all the issues that we have on this planet and the things that the president has to be in charge of, and then add a layer of it, it's just like
Aliens.
you also
Space
need to
stuff?
have at night, have a meeting with
That's
like
probably
all
the
right,
main stuff
You
they're
have to have a
talking
meeting
about.
with
Nah, it can't
900
be-
different world leaders of different planets.
I think you have to divide their time because they still have to go be the world leader and still like they're out traveling. Like our
But
president right now is
imagine
in
you
Japan.
became president and you were like hyped up, like, yes, I'm gonna do Congress and I'm gonna help New York City, and they're like, yeah. Fuck all that. That's 5% of your job.
Yeah.
You got a 2 to 3:30 meeting about Pluto, and then the shit that's going on in there. You got a fucking Saturn meeting. There's
Like
an
you guys
attack on
you
Saturn
guys
right
have,
now.
You have put trash across this whole universe with all these goddamn satellites, and now you have other people coming at like other planets coming at you.
3 alien species that are trying to take out all of Europe right now. And then you got to go on camera and pretend that you didn't do none of that shit.
Now
and
talk
be
about
like,
Brexit.
And they speak in blinks, so be prepared for that.
Good lord.
That's hilarious. All right, guys. I hope we have tickled every part of your conspiracy, bone, science fiction.
You just going for words there.
Conspiracies.
You doing it.
What
Science
else
it,
did we
we
talk
scratched
about? Aliens. We didn't talk about ghosts.
We talked about AI
No.
sex.
AI.
AI,
All the stuff that can be tickled. I hope it was tickled, and I hope you're just out of breath, heaving, sweaty
Wow.
from all of that tickling. No, for real though. I would like to thank our guest, Killer Cam.
Killer Cam.
And
Thanks for having me on.
obviously Brennon for filling in. Tahir still on his meeting.
Semi-guest.
But appreciate the Scary Squad for pulling up too. We got the Patreon rolling up. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. And this has been another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. I have been Patrick Cloud. Again, thank you to my
Cameron Hill. And
I'm Brennon
people.
Edwards. We
Y'all
out
want to
here.
just talk about anything you got coming up for transit or just anything going on in life?
I got
I got a baby on the way.
Baby Cam.
Got a baby in
Baby
the oven.
Cam.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When's the due date?
October.
Okay, Scorpio.
Looks like a Libra, I think.
Baby Libra on the way in the oven. You got a baby coming?
I got no baby coming.
already
My baby's already out. He been in the streets for a year and a half almost.
He
He's
in
a
the
good
streets?
time. He in the streets, bro. He out here. He is very, very curious human being, and just like you put him down, he runs straight to the streets. I'm like, just like dad. I love
Hey.
it.
Cars.
This was a very wholesome sign out. Said anything you guys got coming up? Yes, a person. A new person.
We out here, man. Holla at me.
Fatherhood. That's what's up.
At Brennon Produces on the gram. Get it?
At Brennon. Oh, that's the baby.
No, that's my name on
Brennon
Instagram. At
Produces.
Brennon Produces. You get it? Because I produce the baby.
semen. Got it. All right, you guys. We will see you next week. Later, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Peace.